So, let's get the obvious stuff out of the way. The game definitely deserves all the praise it gets for the amazing story, meaningful choices, kinda, and lovable characters. I can fix them, okay? Especially you, irredeemable psycho, vampire man from hell, and small nuclear device.
Also, why the fuck is there no short companion? Is this leaf lover propaganda?
In general, Act 1 is incredibly polished and the level of detail is impressive.
Look at those ogres.
Unfortunately, Acts 2 and 3 lose the 10 out of 10 level of polish, though the game and the soundtrack is still very good throughout the whole experience. But now let's get to the actual thesis for this video. The difficulties. One of them is not like the others, as in it's not that good. The combat is very fun on both standard and tactician, though on normal difficulty the combat is very easy if you rub at least 2 brain cells together. And I haven't actually played a tactician myself, so I'll let MierdaFeo talk about it.
Tactician is the ideal difficulty because it makes the game more challenging, but you don't have to min-max all the time.
You can actually reload.
So let's talk about honor mode. While most changes are fine, some of the combat ones just make the game plainly unfun. Like the bullet just not taking damage. Was it a hard fight? No. Do I have lasting mental damage? Yes. And then the spectator. Some of the abilities just aren't fun. Like, why does the spectator have so many abilities? My dwarven brain can't remember all of those in combat. Like, I just want to mine minerals and punch things. And so now let's get into the major problems we had. Desyncs.
Now, it might be because we live in Finland, outside of the one actual city, so we might as well live in a desert when it comes to internet connectivity.
Like, I get my internet from the communal pole, with 2 liquor bottles and a piece of string. The fact that camp can be hazardous if the Oathbreaker Knight shows up. Now, I won't disclose the war crimes that took place for him to show up, but afterwards I tried to kidnap MierdaFeo, and well, somehow everyone aggroed us, and well, it ended badly. The planning needed could be fun, but I'd rather just play strategy games for that kind of gameplay, and most of the time, preparation is synonymous with tedium. For example, the 100% safe and guaranteed Dwarven Engineering Tower of Death Merkel strategy, that's definitely safe.
Mitä vittua? Mitä
Niin.
vittua? Mitä vittua?
No, hieno.
Ei, vittu! Mitä?
Along with this point, we would also posit that min-maxing is kinda boring. Alongside with the problems that combat has, you are also heavily incentivized to play optimally, instead of making interesting choices in a story-based game.
When it comes to bugs, around halfway through the game we started seeing some funny ones. Old Trout Man, you're looking a lot like the old Ground Man. Ooh, this be some fine ships we sailing. Full mast, we be sailing to other worlds. Ooh, hey Halson, did you get a new haircut? I honestly don't have a lot to say. And a lot of invisible people.
Go! There were also some unhelpful bugs. So as you may know, these guys aren't supposed to be here. Not being able to reload also means it's incredibly hard to address these bugs and also like the general urges you'll be having throughout a playthrough. Like sometimes I just fell through the level geometry. That would be very funny if we could just, reload. Aside from falling to my death randomly, we also involuntarily swapped characters after reloading due to my character getting a stroke and being unable to move after a conversation with Damon. I'm also not sure why, but after Merkel, Minthara was hostile. And then the game crashed, losing us roughly an hour of progress. And then, let's talk about the bug that nearly ended our run. my debtor's attire decided to somehow randomly swap places with my armor. I don't know exactly what happened, or why, but the bug was recreatable, so that's helpful, I guess. This led to us almost dying to Raphael.
Why the fuck can he ascend during his first turn and deal like 400 damage? How is that fun?
Yeah, so we ended up beating him, thanks to some level 6 scrolls, but also the whole incident caused us to use the technical term shit ourselves. Now whether that be out of anger or fear, I can't say.
And finally, the minor inconvenience as the true middle fingers to us by the devs. Some things are just more expensive for no reason, like the caustic band. Is 2 acid damage really worth that much? The restoration pods in the high hall are just not there, because fuck you. Extra actions only give 1 extra attack instead of a whole set of new attacks. The Pact of the Blade Warlock actually follows that 5th edition rules now, so it wasn't a bug, but then it's actually a feature, and so what the fuck?
Yeah, in conclusion, in my opinion, the game isn't consistent enough for Honor Mode to be fun, taking into account not just the blatant bugs, but also the overall design of D&D, since in a TTRPG, you have a GM who can improvise, and even a TPK doesn't force you to replay the previous sessions, unlike in Baldur's Gate 3, where if you die, you have to start all over again.
The fact that 1 mistake on your or the game's part can force you to restart is really frustrating.
And this is why I think having a system without any backup saves in a video game adaptation of D&D is just plain bad design.